Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Live! Hello everybody and welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. I'm John, the Game Master for the evening and instigator of all things silly. Joining me today is William.
Hi, I'm William and I'm playing Gashka Stormcaller, the half-orc barbarian.
Appropriate thunder in the background. And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Selena, the Fire Genasi Wild Mage Sorcerer who is ready to expand some Wikipedia lists.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Hope, Azamar Rogue Barbarian.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I am playing Lulu, the halfling blood hunter, who unfortunately did not manage to get the jam to break up right before we went live.
And Cody.
Cody, I'm playing Corbin, the human battle master.
And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm playing Gwynferon, bottom of the barrel, and high elf divination wizard.
And when last we left off on our adventures, we experienced a misadventure with teleportation, shall we say? As the group, after expanding the world once more via the Tower of the Gods, Hope. Revenant signal, I guess we'll call it, went off, indicating that the object of in the object of her obsession, i.e. the reason that she's a revenant, has finally come into existence and is pointing her in a direction, and that direction being north. After gathering the party and discussing it for a while, they decided they were going over options when Selena decided the easiest thing would be to teleport. So teleport they did. At which point we experienced what happens when you're trying to teleport to a place you've only ever heard of and have never seen. You roll a D100 and you roll below 50, bad things happen. In this particular case, we rolled like a 20-something, which was a mishap, which causes damage and a reroll. After taking an amount of damage, which was not an insignificant amount, the party found themselves dumped on a cliff overlooking a body of water, and with nearby to a passing caravan that had stopped after hearing their cries of pain, informing them that they were just down the road from Cliffwatch in the Kingdom of Taram. And that's what we'll pick back up, with the group of you on a pile, or in a pile on the ground, a little ways away from a caravan.
Ow.
Fucking get off, people!
We're not supposed to be in
push
Taram.
out.
I'm moving. Okay.
Sorry. Hope.
Ow. Ow.
That
Dusts
didn't feel
off
good.
his robe, scrambles to his feet, offers a hand to whoever is the closest.
Gashkar takes his hand and stands up.
Gashkar.
Do I need to make a strength check to see if she pulls me over?
Make just a raw strength check when from.
Yes, this is going to be amazing. Do. Hey!
With a natural 20, you managed to
Natural
withstand
20.
Gashkar trying to pull you over.
Now I just imagine Quinfron bracing and like, all right, come on.
That's effectively what, with a +1 to his strength. Yes, that's effectively what he did.
Well,
So, Corbin, what
Yeah.
was that question you were going to ask me?
I don't even remember.
It got lost in the teleport.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Teleported.
I think it had something to do with wyverns, but I'm not quite sure anymore.
Speaking of, Ice Pelt's back in the city, isn't he?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would have probably worked pretty well.
What?
Ashkar.
and he'll ask Gashkar if there's any. He assumes that Ice Pelt is able to be addressed verbally.
Yes, Ice Pelt understands Draconic, as do most wyverns.
Oh, splendid. And where did you leave them? Her?
Him.
Him?
He is presumably near the Adventurers Guild.
But not locked up or anything.
No.
So we
Very
call your
neat.
wyvern here.
I mean, it will take, if we're in Taram, that would take a few days for a wyvern to fly.
And
More than a few days.
I don't think he can fly all of us, right?
No.
No, but it
Wyverns
would be
are-
helpful to have Ice Pelt
Yeah.
along, I
Yes.
assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Very well. I will send him a message, and he will catch up as soon as possible, I suppose, if that's all right with you, Gashkar.
Certainly. It's good to have my companion back. Hopefully he will make it here before we're too far gone.
Okay.
Wow, that was cheerful. That was cheerful. Okay.
Gwynfron, make an intelligence check real quick.
Okay. Hey! That's the other
seems-
side of the coin.
This seems like a adequate. This seems like an adequate course of action to you.
So
You do have
Gwynfron,
omens.
Gwynfron looks at. Now I want to let that one stand because I want to see how this pans out. So Gwynfron looks
pans
around.
out with you killing my animal companion.
No, your animal companion has an intelligence of at least 1, so they can understand any message sent by the spell sending. And he'll just send a message to Ice Pelt, basically saying, "We are about Gashkar is to the northeast in the land of Taram. We are several days travel away, but we would like your presence as soon as possible. Updates to follow daily."
You receive an affirmative.
Cool.
And somewhere off in the distant land of Kor, that is roughly a month's travel away, Ice Pelt takes flight.
I mean, I think Ice Pelt moves as fast as the dragon.
Yeah. Each one of these hexes is 25 miles.
Oh boy, this is going to take forever to get there. This
Yep.
is.
I'm thinking we might
This is-
actually have to go to Taram and see if we can find some sort
Well,
of transportation.
We're in Taram, but yeah,
Taram
like a
proper.
city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they have.
I think the storm just cut William out.
Do we know? Do any of us know anything about Taram in character?
I do. I know that it has god kings. That's all I know.
None of you are from Taram. Anyone that wants can make a history check to see what you know from studying.
Sure.
Hey, there's my
Jack,
second
would you
natural
stop
20.
rolling?
Oh,
Goodness.
whoops.
Jack, would you
Why?
stop rolling the weighted dice?
So mine was a 20. I don't know why it rolled with disadvantage.
15.
7. I have no clue.
I did
don't
my
have-
junior thesis on Taram.
You did your junior thesis on Taram while Taram was not yet in existence because
And
you're
yet it was still 100% accurate.
yeah. 11.
So starting low to high. Hope, you know it has god kings.
Yep. Uh-huh.
It has a god emperor actually. The god emperor of Taram.
Oh, God Emperor.
The God Emperor of Taram.
Multiple kings.
Important
Okay.
distinction.
You know Nautilus is from there.
Yep.
You know they have funny accents.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yep.
have this sort of, Russian Transylvanian sort of accent thing going on.
I suspect they're vampires.
You know Nautilus.
Me.
You know
Feel
Nautilus.
free.
You know Nautilus said he was a revenant.
Mm-hmm.
You know they have a lot of money at their disposal because Nautilus had like a
Yes.
big fucking like trunk full of cash for you guys.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much all you know.
Yep.
The things that you have learned throughout the course of this campaign.
Yep.
Up from there, Lulu. You know Taram is somewhere north of the place where you grew up.
Cool.
You haven't really had much interaction with the people of Taram or anything like that. There's been no. In fact, you also know it's a place that you would know that it is a place where, what is the name of your Amarok? Amarak would have told you to stay away from.
Oh,
Just sort of
okay.
as a warning, like sort of like in the same sense of like, you know, there be bears, because even were creatures don't fuck with bears.
I mean,
Unless they're werebears.
Yeah.
In which case,
I was
they fuck
gonna
with them.
say
Kind of on the
it's
regular.
entirely possible we have run across werebears before. because
Werebears,
they are a
sure, but not
D&D
like
thing.
regular bears, because regular bears eat things.
Regular
Anyways.
bears are challenge rating 3.
Not the regular bears that you know.
Regular bears.
It doesn't roll off the
Yeah.
breaking the law thing as easily.
I know.
There's a dangerous thing there.
Yeah.
There are other predators. There's something that.
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Selena,
Mm-hmm.
you read a couple things about Taram while you were looking through the books back in the Black Archives, just while you were just
Sure.
going through stuff. They are an empire. They are an empire. They have. I know I said kingdom before, but I should have said empire. The God Emperor is known as the God Emperor and is worshipped as a religious figure. And apparently does possess enough power to provide, at the very least, clerics that claim that they get their power from the God Emperor.
Okay.
Is very sort of a almost a meritocracy from reports where like sort of aside from the Emperor, everybody gets awarded based on their deeds and their actions more so than where they're from. Bloodlines don't necessarily matter as much in this area. It's more who you are. It's more what you do rather than what your ancestors did. And it's very sort of very militaristic in its sort of just as a nation. Everything revolves around the military, and there's honor in that. And you know, there's this honor, glory, and prestige system that goes along with that. Corbin, you probably picked up a couple things in the Black Archives as well, just sort of thumbing through. Pretty much very much the same thing. You get this idea that they are a militaristic empire. Deeds and merit are rewarded. The God Emperor is worshipped almost universally throughout the Empire. That's pretty much it. And Gwynferon. So you know all of that.
Tell me what I know.
You know all of that. You also know that there is speculation that the God Emperor is indeed a god, but is in fact one of the, and this is for you in particular because of your particular area of knowledge. There is speculation that the God Emperor is one of the gods that survived the previous destruction of Gran Terra.
Okay.
And rather than being reestablished in the divine pantheon or in a divine pantheon, instead became trapped or chose to continue existing on the world as a part of it and established this empire around himself. There is also theory that he is a very powerful lich. There is also theory that he's not a god at all and that there is some other entity that is providing power. There's a couple of different theories behind the God Emperor. None of which is very easily proven because the only people that ever actually meet or see or speak with the God Emperor are the Emperor's voice, which is a political position that sort of speaks for the Emperor to the common people, and the members of the Iskateli, which is the sort of the people who are considered to be dead in the service of the Emperor, who have basically given up their lives as citizens in order to forevermore serve the God Emperor.
Like this Nautilus
guy. Like Nautilus, yes. Those are the only people who have ever apparently met the God Emperor. Everyone else only ever speaks to his voice, and the Iskateli sort of operate in the shadows. So that's what you know.
They're the Emperor's hands,
yes,
as it were.
Basically.
Mara J. Skywalker. Sorry.
So, Toronto. This is going to take us forever to get. Oh, we're really far away. Yeah, to a city and see if maybe they have airships or.
That's a bad idea.
There is a ship. There is a city nearby. The caravan that is still waiting to see if you guys are okay and if you need help or anything. Said that you're near Cliff Watch.
Okay. Okay.
That's a bad idea.
Why is that why?
This place is potentially dangerous. So you're not supposed to go to dangerous places frivolously. If you have a plan, something you need that's specific to the place, a good reason.
Well, we're kind of here already.
Yeah.
Okay, then we should keep moving, and I know how to pass through dangerous territory. We know which direction to go.
What, but on foot? That's going to take forever.
We can get horses. It'll speed it up, but yeah, it's still going to take.
It's going to take a while. And then we still have to cross what with the map? We have to go across the desolation.
Or
I don't.
Sorry, Lulu.
No, I'm.
Or we can wait until tomorrow and have Selena teleport us again.
Yep.
Selena, are you going to?
I mean,
I know sometimes when ritual doesn't work, it can be scary to try it again. Are you going to be okay? Need to teleport us again?
Oh, I'm all for it. I'm just saying, look, I gave y'all a warning before. This is the pain you're feeling. It's not on me. I still don't have any better knowledge. I will totally do it again. I've got no problem with that. As John grits his teeth
No, it's fine.
Can
and does
she'll sort of-
does the crumple notes, throw over shoulder.
she'll sort of turn to Gwenfron, and Gwenfron probably feels the psychic touch associated with this part of the voice, and he knows this about Lulu already, I believe.
Yep.
Could you try again as well with the getting better information thing?
And he'll respond in like manner. The particulars are not very easy, and without an individual living target, it's going to be difficult, but I can certainly make the attempts, yes.
There we go.
What was it? This was you trying to scry on the.
You wouldn't have
Target
heard
area.
that part.
Okay.
I don't
but no,
think it's okay. So the ability silent speech is a little bit ambiguous,
Yeah, no, they can't hear.
but
They
I
can't hear what
don't
you're
think
saying.
you would have heard that.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't. Have
Okay.
heard that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because that last sentence, you can speak telepathically in this way to one creature at a
Yep.
time. So,
Yeah.
you can-
Nope. I didn't. I misunderstood. Okay.
All right. So what did I miss for the 5 minutes that my computer was coming back on?
Lulu thinks it's dangerous to go to Taram cities. Gwenfron wrote his undergraduate paper on Taram cities.
You can give me a history roll if you'd like to see what you know about Taram. Basically, what you missed was various people being informed as to what they know about Taram. The only bit of which has been shared being Lulu saying that it's dangerous.
Okay. Let me make a history check.
And Hope exclaiming out loud, "I know there's a god emperor in Taram."
Yep.
Um,
Mostly what.
the last thing that I had said before my power went out that I don't know. I believe Icepelt moves as fast as a dragon in the air. So
Yes, Icepelt does. It's still going to be several days. It's going to be almost a month. Let me actually do the calculation real quick.
because they can move 160 feet in
Besides-
6 seconds.
What's so wrong about traveling on foot? I traveled. You said we don't have a super specific timeline. I traveled on foot to find you.
No.
What's,
yeah.
What's
but
31
just,
times 25?
Give me a sec. I have my calculator up.
There is a rolling thing in roll 20.
625.
775.
My bad.
775.
It's
Brain
775 miles
I mean,
away from where you are.
Selena will speak up. Technically,
Mm-hmm.
I will come in with a little. I will hit the ground wherever we end
That
up.
should only take 2 days. Well, no, 2 days of actual travel time.
For a dragon. Yeah. Anyway.
What do you mean you'll hit the ground?
I
What?
was in the. I will hit the ground wherever we end up with less resources than I would otherwise. But if we really want to, I could cast it now again.
Does Selena look like she took damage from the spell?
Oh, yeah.
Lulu is gonna pointedly move over with a medicine kit
She's fine.
and start patching up the sorceress who wants to cast the
I don't
potentially
think
damaging
it's
spell again.
external damage, though.
No, it's not.
It's internal.
It's all
bleeding.
internal.
Yeah, it's force. It's just internal bruises. My spleen.
That
I was
doesn't
gonna say,
change
it's-
the damage
She
is a
looks
little bit
shaky.
ambiguous in D&D.
She looks shaky, to be sure, but I don't think there's necessarily anything physically that can be repaired.
Okay, fine.
But
Fine. It's fine.
Yeah, you can still use
So-
that. You can still use the healer. Like Selena looks shaky. You can use the healer's kit on her if you'd like.
What's your maximum hit dice?
17.
You get 23 hit points back.
Okay.
Okay, we could try and tell. Yeah, but we don't know where we're gonna end up. I mean, we might get closer, but we might end up. It's
On the other
dangerous
side of that
around.
caravan.
Yeah.
It is a risk, yes. Alternatively, we can utilize our knowledge of the local situation to mitigate as much travel risk as possible and proceed forward via more orthodox methods of travel, saving Selena's option for if things get, shall we say, untenable.
Yes. Yes. Because we know they have enough money around here to make a bunch of submarines. So hopefully we might be able to buy or convince someone to lend us. I don't know. This is gonna be difficult, but I think we should go to the nearest city.
Does anybody remember what their stance is on I don't know, like how they treat outsiders?
I know
Isolation.
they're dangerous.
Right? I think that was
No, they're not.
Isolationist was the elves.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not
I thought
isolationists.
Trom was too.
No, they're not isolationists. They're militaristic.
They're not isolationists. They just have closed borders and shady policies.
So Hope knows shit, so
Well, Hope, in lieu of another preference, my counsel would be cliff watches right there, apparently.
Yep. Mhm.
And they probably have a place to rest for a moment at least.
Yep. I like that.
There are no actual wolf ears to sort of flop down, but she has enough hair that that deflation effect is there. Fine. That's what you think is best.
At least in the short term, I think, Lulu.
Should we offer to travel with this caravan for a little bit until?
Yeah. Safety numbers, they didn't attack us when we first appeared.
All right.
So Gwynfron will wave at the caravan leader again.
Yes.
Beg your pardon. Are you are you headed to Cliffwatch yourself, sir?
Yes, we are. Would you like to come with us?
If you can recommend a good tavern, we'd be much in your debt.
There's only one in the whole city, so there's not much we can recommend other than it.
Oh, God. Okay.
One tavern towns are my specialty.
You look like some of you could use rest. Please climb into the carts. We will take you there. It's only a few hours away.
And Gwyn will clamber in and start.
Yeah, so this is a caravan of about six. There's about 6 wagons and horses and people attending all of them. So, there's plenty of room for you guys to climb into a wagon. You see, they're carrying. It looks like mostly.
Lulu will politely decline and just walk alongside.
Looks those of you that get into a wagon, mostly what it looks like they're carrying is lumber and pelts. It looks like they're trading from the south, you would assume, and are heading to Cliffwatch. And if any of you get into a conversation with them, they'll explain that they're actually heading into they're actually heading to Taram City, the capital city. Proper, but there are several stops along the way that they're going to be making. So. Cliffwatch being the next one. And they will, and whether or not you can choose to share, they will inquire as to what, how are you folks doing? What happened? What brought you here? Why'd you end up just slamming down in the middle of nowhere? Whether or not you choose to share, they don't pry much further than polite conversation.
Magical
All I'll say
accident.
is magic sucks. Sometimes.
Magical
Sometimes it's
accident.
awesome. Sometimes it's not.
Okay. Yeah. Probably don't make much conversation. We're
Mm-hmm.
All
we're
right.
going.
Anyone have?
After that
I'll
pronouncement
ask if they
from
have-
Corbin, Gwynferon just has nothing to say.
Yeah. The only other thing I'll ask is if they have a livery there, a stable.
They do. It is not. They do not do much in the way of selling horses, but I'm sure we could, if you're looking for some, we could find you something.
All right. We're just gonna ease off these bruises. So, thank you for the ride.
No problem. Please relax.
Lean back.
All right. Looking along as we're going. Lulu said it was dangerous, so I'm looking around for anything that's gonna jump the caravan, I guess, because I'm
Sure.
on
Give
edge.
me a perception check. Anyone who
Okay.
wants to can.
I have advantage because I have a shield.
I'm so tempted to make you roll a 2 for this.
I no longer have a negative.
I mean,
17.
We leveled up.
I made the disparaging comment about magic.
Yes, you
I'm just gonna
did.
have my bow out
Oh,
across my
boy.
lap in case anything happens.
So Lulu with an 8. This is an area. This is a grassland area, and the tall grass is almost as tall as you off the road, so it's hard
Yeah.
to see much from the ground. So mostly all you're seeing are, rabbits and a couple of other smaller grassland creatures that scurry about the grass. Selena, looking around, it's a fairly calm day. Like, you look up, the sky is clear, the sun is up and high, and you're realizing it's getting very hot, which doesn't bother you too much, but you do notice that there is a thin sheen of sweat on most of the caravanners, and beginning to pull on the rest of your party.
Okay.
Hope seems pretty clear. This is sort of an open grassland. You can see for quite a while about what situated as you are on the wagon above the grass. You're sort of in a little bit of shade, which helps with the heat a bit. But you don't see anything looking like it's sneaking up or approaching or anything like that. Gashkar, much the same. It's pretty clear. Gwynferon? Nothing. It's pretty clear there's nothing out there.
I don't spy like that rope is about to fray and those crates will tumble out of this wagon
No.
at any point.
No,
Okay.
it's pretty
Nope.
calm.
All right.
Pretty calm.
Okay. For those watching, I've rolled 4 times this game. One of them was a natural 1, and the other 3 have been natural 20s.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just going to stop rolling and keep this amazing record.
What is his average right now, Jeremy?
Hold on.
What, like 15?
15.25.
Sheesh.
So, eventually, after a few hours, the sun is beginning to retreat, but still hot, still fairly warm. All of you except Selena are sweating now. You get into a small town. This town is built basically on the edge of this sort of what you can tell the cliff, the sort of edge of this particular area is at a very high elevation. So you sort of look down and you can see a very steep drop off about 100 or so feet before it hits the water. and the town is basically built right on the edge. In fact, one of the things that you can see as the road is coming up to it is that they have an elevator of some kind, sort of like a cargo elevator or something that goes down to a dock that is built on the water at the bottom end of the cliff. And there are several structures that are built out over thin air, reinforced along the cliff face. These look to be things like storage, like some sort of storage things that are right off the elevator. And it's sort of from there built back out. It sort of the outline of the village forms this sort of teardrop shape, with the tip of it being that elevator. It's fairly small compared to a lot of other. It's roughly about the size of Twin Rivers. Those of you that have ever been there back in Core. Mostly this mostly seems to be a trade stop, either boats down in the water or caravans along the road. There is one big inn. It's a fairly large inn. It's probably the biggest building in the city with its associated tavern. Lots of residential area, and then a couple of people who do trade goods for caravans that are passing through. There are people that do wood crafting and wood repair. There's a livery that does actually have a few horses. Mostly though, they just sort of stable horses that are coming in from the road. There is a blacksmith that specializes in horseshoes and repairing various things that go on ships. It's this very small town feel to it as you guys come in. Gwynferon, with that natural 20 on your perception check, though, rolling it in, as you get into town, something catches your eye. Sort of off towards the docks. The road comes in basically right along the edge of the cliff, so you have the docks on your left and the rest of the town on your right. And sort of kneeling down over by the docks, you see this woman who immediately just draws your attention. This ethereally beautiful, seemingly human, but there are a few aspects that lend you to think probably an ASMR.
Okay.
Woman with sort of corn golden hair that falls down and is tied into a very tight braid that goes over one shoulder. Wearing what looks to be sort of bits of plate armor. It looks like she's taken off aspects of her plate armor in order to help her move a little bit better. Helping to move cargo around. And just for whatever reason, you're not quite sure why, this woman has just caught your attention. And she sort of turns and looks, sees the group of you, waves a hand, and goes back. It looks like she's helping to move cargo around.
You said she's got kind of plate armor on?
Yeah, it looks like she's wearing the breastplate and greaves of what would be a full plate armor, but like the pauldrons and bracers and everything have been removed, just to help her with flexibility.
Any devices of heraldry or icons on the armor?
No.
Okay.
It's very plain armor.
Gwyn will sort of give her a look, file that away a bit, and then just sort of try and keep an eye on her at least until she's out of sight, assuming that the caravan keeps going or if they tie up somewhere.
The caravan actually pulls to a halt here, and people start unloading things and taking it over to the elevators, and the caravan leaders, right, well, welcome to Cliff Watch. We'll be here unloading some of our supplies and probably be spending the night here, so please, if you're looking for further travel in the morning, come and find us. We'll be leaving just after the sun rises. So,
where was this tavern you said?
There's a big ass building, like a little bit further to the south of where it's very obvious to see it.
All right, cool. And then are there boats down there? Is that what I'm not getting near the cliff edge?
Yes,
looking at the elevator.
Yes, Cliffwatch has a dock. It is down on the water. The lift takes cargo to and from as well as people.
Are there any? Do you know if there are any voyages going out,
All the
or
time.
if?
There are always cargo ships coming in, going out. If you'd like, you can go talk to the captains. They tend to be down on the docks. If they're not on the docks, they'll be at the tavern later.
Got it. Okay, thanks. Yep. Stop at the tavern, drop our stuff off, go talk first.
Okay. No.
I'm probably gonna go try and talk to a captain.
All right. So Hope's heading to the tavern first. Everybody else?
I'll go with Hope.
I'll actually stay and help them offload for like a half an hour as thanks for giving us a ride.
Okay.
Do
Gwyn's
Selena
gonna
and
sort of-
Hope project that aura of no newcomers welcome, or are they just go in a place?
I'm not projecting that.
No.
Okay. Lulu will tag along with those two because muscles.
Gashkar is going to actually make her way down to the docks.
And good run.
Gwyn's gonna stay up, kind of keeping an eye on Corbin, and if there's a break in the action, he's gonna go try and talk to the ASMR woman.
So after a few minutes, she sort of puts down a thing, finishes doing the thing she's doing, sort of heads off to one side where you see there's a pile of gear that she apparently goes over to start picking up and strapping bits of her armor back on.
Gwyn will walk up and, giving her enough space so that he's not intrusive, just kind of nod and then address her in Celestial. Good afternoon.
She sort of looks up at you, and a small smile comes across her face. You don't have to talk to me in that in that voice, Eshkill.
I'm sorry, who?
We misunderstood. Sorry, let me reintroduce myself. I'm Ananta. It's a pleasure.
I'm Gwynferon from Core.
Right.
Right. Gwynferon. Wink, wink.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Gwynferon. What brings you here?
I and my companions are traveling to, well, hopefully at least, the outskirts of Tirtar Naralan. We're taking the scenic route.
Well, that is quite a scenic route you've chosen to take.
It was unintentional, but we're making the best of it.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Who is this Eshkill you mentioned?
She sort of smiles and has that look of about to say something and then sort of closing her mouth. That's probably a conversation best had over drinks.
Well, I hear this town has a tavern, shockingly enough.
It does. Only one.
I can't let my companions wander off too far without supervision. Will you be there later this evening?
Probably.
I'll look forward to it.
We'll see you later.
And how did she spell her name this time around?
Ananta.
Okay. Awesome.
Ha! I got that one right. I've been spelling Taram completely differently, but I got that one right.
And he will go check in on Corbin and see how he's doing.
I am about. No, I'm just kidding.
Corbin, you're about done at this point.
Yeah.
Helping offload stuff.
yeah, once I finish up there, I'll just thank him again for the ride and start heading over to the tavern.
All right. So, Gashkar, you headed down to the docks.
Yep.
You sort of get on the lift and go down, and there are currently about 3 ships, all of which seem to be cargo ships. None of them are skippers or anything like that. None of them are very fast. What are you looking for in particular?
She's not interested in any of the ships or anything. She just kind of steps over to the shoreline and just kind of sits down on it, puts her feet in the water. Her leather is treated for ignoring water, basically. So she kind of puts her feet in the edge of the water and just kind of sits down and looks off to the west where she knows Ice Pelt is at, and just kind of sits there. And
there's a bit of steam coming off your feet as you put them in the water because the leather is really hot. You sort of sit on it. It's not really a shore. It's a the cliff just terminates into the water, and there's mostly rocks around. So what they've done is they've actually built a dock that the lift goes straight to. So you're sitting on a dock right now, but sitting on a dock, dipping your feet in the water.
And she's gonna like stare out to the west where she knows Ice Pelt is at, and just kind of sit there and stare for a minute.
Okay. All right. Anything else you're doing?
No.
So, Hope, Selena, and Lulu, you guys get to the tavern first.
Yep. We need some rooms.
So,
if there are any.
Sitting on a stool on the other side of the bar that you walk into, which it's just called the Cliffwatch Keep is the name of the inn/tavern. And sitting at the bar, there's a variety of people at the bar, but the one that you sort of walk up to is this half-orc who is sitting there with one very large tusk pointing out at this one, and the other one seems to have been like sort of snapped off at some point on the other side, with a mug, who's sort of cleaning a mug as you walk up. Right, well, how many of you are there, and how many rooms do you need?
There are.
There's. Hold on.
Counts.
1, 2, 3.
6.
3. And then 1, 2, 3.
6.
Anyone?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep. Zeno didn't come with us.
Right. I guess just 6.
Right. That'll be 5 silver a room for a night. How long you intended to stay?
Just a night.
All right. So for 6, that's going to be
5 rooms.
Nope, 5 rooms, not 6. All right. That'll be 5, 10, 25 silver.
Okay.
I like those prices.
I can do that.
You look around, just look at the sheer volume of people currently in the building, and from the size of it, the sheer number of rooms this place has. This is like modern day equivalent of like a massive hotel, kind of, with a large tavern. So they probably like cheaper rooms for the sheer amount of people that they can hold. Probably means that they make a bit more than some of the more expensive hotel inns do in other places.
It's a big inn.
Oh.
And it's pseudo medieval, so they don't have to they don't have to hire that much more cleaning staff.
Oh, we're a big trading post. Lots of people stop in here, go in all manner of different directions. So, like to house as many people as we possibly can.
We actually, we're just traveling through. We're sightseeing. We actually wanted to get north. Do you have any recommendations as far as ships that might be traveling that direction, or?
There's a variety of ships that go up and down. You looking for fast? You looking for sturdy?
I would prefer the kind that don't break apart.
Yeah, I mean, not everything that doesn't break apart goes slow.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for more
little-
sturdy, though, there's lots of cargo ships that go up and down the channel all the time.
We actually just we just need to get kind of to the other side, and we're because I've looked at the map now. We have to actually go up, and we still have to cross Desolation, don't we? 'Cause we can't get
Mhm.
through there. We actually
I mean, there might be a little tiny. Nah, there's a very, very small
land bridge.
land bridge.
Yeah.
So
We
we don't
actually-
have to take a ship if we don't want to.
No, but it would be faster to take a ship, right?
Yeah, I mean, a ship would
Yeah.
get you. Well,
Mm.
if you take a ship, you'd have to see more of Desolation.
Yep. That's true.
Because
Yeah.
a ship's gonna, and he'll actually explain to you. Basically, there is a dock basically across the water. From it's a couple days sailing across the channel to the other side to a port on Desolation. Then you'd have to go topside because the port is underground. You'd have to go topside and then cross Desolation up and around. If you take the land bridge, you see less of Desolation. If you go straight for like Eisenfeld, and then you can cross over that way.
All right. Okay.
Well, first question is, are there any ports here? I don't know if my cursor's showing up.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it.
On here or down this way that make contact with the place we are.
Yeah, no, there's several ships that have come from there. They're sort of going down the channel up to get to the Umbral Forest, just because the elves don't like to have a whole lot of ports. They only got one down there. There's sort of stop-offs every couple of days going up and down the channel. So not all of them are big. Not all of them are as big as we are. Some of them are just resupply points.
And I'd also sort of ask about, for lack of a better term, travel time estimates through Desolation. How much slower is it, / more slower, thus because it's more dangerous?
If you're trying to cross through Desolation, recommendation is to take your time, not try to speed through it. If you're going at a recommended pace, it takes about twice as long to get through a stretch of Desolation as it does anywhere else.
Okay. And do you know if, I know the elves don't, Lulu probably wouldn't phrase it like that. So the elves don't like people. Do they have any ports on the other side?
I know the elves of the Umbral
Of the
Forest.
Umbral Forest?
The elves of the Umbral Forest are okay people. They don't mind
Oh.
folks. They're just a little bit highfalutin, you know. They it's not that they don't like people. They don't like ports in particular. They like to have just one. So yeah, they do have one in Desolation Bay, but only one.
Okay.
She'll look to Hope. That looks like an option to me, kind of tracing the path
Is it
to
pretty
either
much
land somewhere here and then go through Desolation Bay up to Tiertown Island.
Is it pretty much boats and
So if you take that if you take
Caravans?
that route, you probably get a little bit faster, depending on where you're trying to go. On the other side of Desolation, the Umbral Forest takes a bit of travelling through, and you've also got to deal with the niceties of the Elven Kingdom there. But that's certainly nicer than having to go through Desolation. Let me tell you. I said this one time, a buddy of mine was in Desolation, and they came across a pack of scorpions, right? And I don't mean like your normal, like sort of like miniature, cute little scorpions. I mean fuck off, big as a house scorpions, right? Not a lovely place.
wonderful. I've
So our options are to try the giant scorpion food, or to try whatever's in the trail, like with the forest, or to walk around the land side. Are those things we're considering?
Yep.
By the way, that
Or-
was a natural one for a halfling on the wisdom save.
Which means it was two
Oh yeah,
natural
that's
ones.
2-1.
Oh boy.
Wow.
There's because I've done some traveling and been on airships. Are there anything like that in the big city? As far as travel and
If you go to capital city, Toronto
Mhm.
City, they've got some airships
Yep.
there. I don't
Do you know
much
they-
go north. There is an airship port in Eisenfeld that they go to. I don't remember the name of the city, but they'd be able to. They I haven't been that far north myself. They'd have it for you.
Do you know what the pricing is on that? Because I've traveled in an airship and it was ridiculously expensive.
I'm sure it's ridiculously expensive. I don't know. I've never traveled via airship myself. Mostly, my own 2 feet.
Am I familiar with? Can I actually, GM? 2 questions. 1, do I know about airships? 2, can I piece together the concept of an airship from the words airship?
You've never experienced an airship yourself, but piecing together the concept of an airship from the words air and ship seems to be fairly easy.
Okay.
It's a ship that goes through the air rather than through water.
Don't we have a fly? We flew up a giant before. Can't we just do that if we're gonna go by air?
Spells have limits.
All right, just want to
Magic is confusing.
And on
Yes.
that line is where Corbin and Gwynfron will have come through the door.
Magic's
I'm just saying, magic isn't always great.
You're
Oh,
muted.
Jack, you muted.
That's like saying food isn't always great. You're negating the presence of starving people in the world with just a flat blanket statement with no further definition to what you're actually trying to
Oh my
communicate.
goodness,
I mean, no, sometimes magic can fuck people up, definitely. Some bits of magic, that's what it was invented for in the first place. But magic by itself is not good or bad.
Oh yeah, no, I get that.
But yes, anybody who's just taken a lightning bolt to the teeth is probably not super enthused about the presence of magic in their life at that moment. Granted, I will allow this.
Yeah, I wasn't. I'm pretty sure I've been hit by lightning once.
She's paused just long enough to see this and then turns back. So anyways, I just want to make sure so I know one way or the other. Is teleport off the table at this point? Because we're talking about a lot of planning that is completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Okay. You probably explained this, but I didn't get it. If we teleport and it goes badly again, which might happen because you haven't seen the thing.
Can you just?
She looks like she's trying to. And I think we have a map out or something.
I mean, you have
Yeah.
access to a map, yes.
Yeah.
Lulu will point to where we are on the map. Is this like? How does missing work? Because like if I miss with a sword, it's gonna end up near the person, and if I miss with a crossbow, it's gonna end up within angle. How does missing work with magic poofing?
We end
Sorry.
up somewhere. It depends on the gods.
Sort of hides behind Gwynfron. Be my intellectual shield.
I mean, you miss, you end up here.
Think of it
Here,
as
here, or somewhere here.
somewhere here, usually.
But when I said here, I meant this place that we are standing at this particular moment. I don't. I'm
One
not,
tavern. One.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And
Nope.
she's gonna just leave. Or no, she's not gonna walk away, but she's just gonna like sit down at one of the tables.
So Gwynferon is going to pull out his bag of holding, and I'm going to just use some storyteller. Can I have a wizard spell magic schools for the up and coming child? Can I have a book of that?
Sure.
Okay. I get the feeling that it's kind of built along the line of like a Vault Tech educational guide. Evocation and you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. And he'll be like, Lulu, okay. And he'll flip to the conjuration section. So what Selena does is basically magically move things from one point to another point. Kind of like if you were to throw a rock at a bucket.
Oh god, rock metaphors. Okay, can I see that? Just can I see the book?
Well, after I've
Please tell me you're going to
visual aids. Hang on a second.
Mm.
So
1 ale, please.
the wizard
That'll be 5 copper.
tries to throw the rock, which in this case is also the wizard, at a bucket. Now, if they know where the bucket is, or they've seen the bucket before, it's a lot easier for them to aim to the right bucket. And hopefully, most of the time, the rock ends up where it's supposed to go. If they're not entirely sure, or they've only heard of the bucket by like a simple description or something, they'll throw the rock and it will still end up somewhere. But it's not necessarily going to be the bucket that's right next to the bucket they were aiming for. It might simply be a bucket that's the same color as the bucket, but in a completely different place. But since the buckets were the same color, the spell got the closest thing that it thought was being aimed at. It just was very far away. But it's still similar in nature. Does that make sense?
So
I
if
legitimately
we
think
poof to where Hope wants to go and we mess up again,
Mm-hmm.
we end up here outside of the town where we popped out before, or another random.
correct.
Right. A random that is probably similar
Which
in
of
nature.
those?
Yes.
It'll most likely the second one. It could be the exact same place if you're aiming for the same thing, but it's kind of like if there's 700 red buckets in the world and you're aiming for a specific red bucket, but you end up just hitting a red bucket and you make that mistake twice in a row. It's possible to hit the same red bucket by mistake twice in a row, but it's not super likely. You'll still probably hit a red bucket somewhere.
There's actually in the book there is a red bucket conundrum which states that while logically that would make sense, for whatever reason with teleport spells in particular, if you hit the same red bucket, you're actually more likely to miss and hit that same red bucket because you've seen it before than you are to hit another random red bucket that you haven't seen.
So he flips to that page and gives Lulu that explanation as well.
She looks actually. So is this I'm assuming this is a book with words and pictures in it.
Mostly pictures, but definitely some words, yes.
Probably an insight, Gwynfron.
The red bucket conundrum has stumped many a wizarding student.
It's true.
He seems to be reading the
What is
book
with
very
your rolls?
vigorously.
What?
Okay.
Is
I
going
only
on?
rolled
Jack's
20s and
Pattern
1s
has
today.
maintained for this.
Yep.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hope, are we teleporting again or no?
I don't know. Just wait, and I want to.
I don't think Hope's ready to make that decision yet.
Okay.
Wait.
Is that- Are we going to rest first or no?
Yes, you're gonna at least rest. I'm just gonna find out tomorrow. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Okay. Works for me.
In the back of your head, Hope, a voice goes, "Did you follow that red bucket thing? Because I was totally lost."
Yes, I did. It was that. Can I see the book?
You're muted again, Jack.
Muted, Jack.
Jack.
Absolutely. Please don't spill on it.
I grab it. I'm going to go outside because it's sunny. And I leave the tavern.
You walk out of the town.
I'm going to order an absurd amount of food because Lulu who had to think, and that makes her hungry.
All right. We'll say you spend about 10 copper on food.
I am reading through the book because I didn't pay attention to what he was saying because he was talking and it was really boring. But I'm gonna read through the stupid book.
All right. What are you trying to glean from the book?
I'm trying to. Hope does not understand how magic works, and she's been traveling with a bunch of magical people, and they're weird and
Give me
strange.
Give me a intelligence saving throw.
Okay. I understand magic now.
God.
This book was So this book was written basically for as like sort of a student first getting into magic, figuring out how it works, the building blocks, but from a wizardly perspective. So you reading through it, actually the way they break it down just happens to click with your particular method of learning, where it's like, oh no, I get it. Basically, they take they take. All of reality is made up of stuff, and they take that stuff and rearrange it magically and turning it from one thing into another, like taking that stuff that is ethereal and invisible and turning it into a fireball, or turning it into a lightning bolt, or using it to form a tunnel that bridges two locations. That's a little bit more complicated, but then that's where the red bucket conundrum comes in. So you have a greater understanding of magic, and for the next couple of days, while this is fresh in your mind, you will have advantage on Arcana checks.
Yes. I'm terrible at Arcana checks. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. What time of day? What time of day is it?
The sun is dipping. It's evening.
Okay.
It's getting close to dusk.
First thing I want to do is I am going to experiment because I understand how magic works now.
Oh.
And I want to give something the ability to fly.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, you do have the ability to cast fly at will.
Yes, I do. Okay. Let's see. Something.
The funny part is, Hope could fly all the way to the location, because fly at will, whenever it runs out, recast it again.
Yeah, that is what I was aiming for, but Lulu doesn't know about that.
Hope can only cast it at 3rd level at will, so it's only one
cast
person.
on myself. Yep. So all the rest of you would be stuck. Something fairly largish.
There are horses at the stable, right?
Yeah, that's kind of big. I don't know if I want to do something that big.
Oxen are bigger than horses.
Someone's pet cat?
Generally, they are.
Yeah.
As you're thinking,
Cats are...
there's a group of people sort of coming into the tavern, and Gwenferon, you see. One of them catches your eye, Hope, because there's an ASMR amongst this group of people who's like you think you saw her at the docks. You can't tell what kind of ASMR she is, and it's kind of weird.
Because usually I can.
Usually
right?
you can. The closest you would imagine is maybe of Aradne or somebody, but they don't have quite the ASMR of Aradne tend to have this sort of sultry nature to them, where she doesn't. She's like. If you didn't innately know she was an ASMR, you would think she was a human, but like a human sculpted from marble, like this perfect, like aesthetically, like the sort of the Greek perfection, ideal, that sort of look to her, which doesn't match with anybody, as far as you're aware.
All right. So I think I know
And then Gwenferon, obviously, after Hope, after catches Hope's eye, Gwenferon, you see Ananta and a bunch of other dock workers who they're sort of walking together, coming into the tavern.
Okay. If she catches his eye, he'll kind of half raise his cup that he's definitely purchased at least one of at this point.
So, what are you
As
casting Fly on
Lulu's-
Hope?
Can I cast Fly on non-sentient things? It's a willing creature. It has
No,
to be an
has to be-
animal,
has to be a
doesn't
creature.
it?
Has to be a creature.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I'm gonna find the nearest thing. Let's go for a rat. I'm sure there's a rat around.
All right.
That'd be fun.
Roll me an investigation check, and while you're doing that, what was Lulu doing?
As Lulu is about halfway through her food, Selena feels this sort of, not necessarily poking, but soft, probably a little bit ominous, is psychic voice in her head. You know, it's kind of rude to count us separately like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But see, how to explain this? It's a really complex situation. I don't care.
Now, Selena.
This is all mentally. You can't hear it.
You
Oh, okay.
can't
All right,
hear
yeah.
this.
I didn't know that.
Because
Sorry.
Lulu has pinned you as a jerk.
I'm mostly kidding there. Look, you're new to this group, so I get it, but people come and go from this group quicker than I can goddamn keep track. So until you've shown some longevity, I'm not getting attached. So there's the three. It's nothing personal, but there's the ones that matter to me right now, and the ones that are going to prove that may eventually at some point. It's easier for me to categorize it that way. That's just the way it is.
It's okay to be hurt and feel abandoned. It's not okay to take it out on the people around.
Nope. And she starts walking away. And she actually just starts saying, nope.
So you do hear Selena saying nope, and walking away, Corbin. As is Gwenferon.
Are you heading out the front door?
Yep.
Insight
Coming
check
in.
on Selena.
Sure. Roll an insight check.
Better that time.
Ghostwise halflings are the best halflings, and halflings are the best race.
Selena, what's your passive deception?
I don't think she's trying to be deceptive.
No, this
so I
this
don't
isn't
understand
this isn't something you're trying to be deceptive about. This is their ability to read what you're reacting to. So what's your passive deception?
Okay. 21.
So Gwenferon and Corbin, as far as you can tell,
Beautiful.
Selena just out of nowhere started saying nope, and walking away. You can't tell what she was saying no about or to.
Okay.
I use that as basically when Selena's not trying to hide something, but Selena just does something at random. How
No,
can
that's
anybody
fair.
possibly tell what she's doing it about?
That is her personal walls.
Damn high charisma characters with issues.
Like,
I
because there's no visible thing that Lulu is doing, so the only person they have to read about the situation is you.
Lulu is eating like a Saiyan.
Yeah.
And she stops at the door, turns around, and says, to no one in particular, and you can just fuck right off if you try that again. And then turns around and leaves.
I don't know how long it took me to find a rat.
Sorry, can you what, Lulu?
Stealth after her.
Sure. Give me a stealth check. Hope. Yes, you found a rat.
Yes. All right. So does Selena run into me as I'm coming in?
Well, you found a rat. You haven't picked it up
Okay.
yet. You have to roll an
Okay.
animal handling for that one.
Do I have to pick it up or can I just like point the stick at it?
You have to touch. You have to touch it.
Dang it. Okay. This is gonna be bad. All right.
Throw the stick at it.
6!
Cast fly.
So, Selena,
I'm
you
gonna
come.
get this. I'm gonna
Selena,
get.
you
this
you
flag.
step outside just in time to see Hope diving at a rat, which scurries away.
Dang it! Shit. Ah.
What the shit?
Ah. I was.
There's food inside.
No, that's not for food. It's fine. I was gonna. Now I have to find another one. What are you doing out here? There's food. There's drink inside.
There is drink inside.
Huh?
There's also tiny little fuck stains inside, so I'm going this way.
Mm-hmm. I talked to Gwyn. He seems pretty cool. He said he would have changed stuff if he could, so I figure.
I'm sure in some part of his head he may think that. Good for him.
So, do you want to help me find another rat? Because
Why do you want
and
a
some
rat?
rats. So that I can make it fly and then go in. Because I read his stupid book and it makes sense now. He was explaining it really. It was way too slow. But if you read the book, it's fine.
Okay.
What?
You're at it like a 10 right now.
Yes.
For me to understand what you're trying to say, I need you to come down to about a 6.
Okay, I will slow it down for you so you can follow along. I read Gwyn's book to explain magic, and I get it now. And so I want to show off, and I need to find a rat to cast fly on so that I can do that.
At this point, Lulu rounds the corner and just has probably tail in her mouth a rat. Takes it, hands it to Hope.
Nope.
I thought you wanted a rat.
How did you know I wanted a rat?
I walked out the door behind Selena.
Okay.
You said
All right.
you were looking
No,
for a
I
rat.
wanted to get my own rat.
Oh, I can help with that.
Nope. By myself, I wanted to get a rat. I put the rat on the ground.
It scurries away.
I'm so confused right now.
You don't understand. Okay. No. Okay. No, that's fine. I just won't do that. Okay. Going back inside. Do you want any drinks brought out to you, Selena?
Nope. I will be back later once I'm
Okay.
done walking around and being angry. And you know how this works. I'll be back.
Do you want company on your anger walking?
No,
You know,
that
you
usually
can
just tends to
and
make the walks.
it's very therapeutic. You just rage and it like everything feels right while you're raging and it's great. You should do that. I can show
Okay,
you how.
When you rage, you hit things.
Yes.
When I rage, things
You
like
hit things
this happen.
with fire.
When I rage, things like this happen, and I'm assuming there's some small piece of rubble or something around.
Sure.
Like a rock like about this big or something like
absolutely.
that. I cast Disintegrate on it.
Okay. Roll me first a d20.
Uh-huh. Because the way the die have been rolling tonight.
Oh no.
Yep, no, it's fine.
A rock just goes away.
Sheesh.
Or things catch on fire.
Okay, yeah, sure. That okay. Cool.
That rock
Well,
never existed.
That's terrifying. All right.
Ain't it though? It's the new one I
yes.
picked up.
That's cool. Yeah. That's pretty neat. All right. Well, I'm gonna go inside.
All right. Do-dee-doo-dee-doo, and
You want to come in, Lulu?
I thought you wanted a rat. And
I wanted to get.
Look how offended Lulu is over the fact that he didn't want her.
she's a wolf. She brought you food. And now she's a little bit pissed. So, like, she just flicks her whip at her hand, and that rat's gonna need to make a saving throw against being blinded.
Oh, the rat's already gone.
Oh.
This is the rat.
I let it go.
The rat's like, fuck
Yeah.
these people.
That rat took
No,
off.
once the rat was running away, she was gonna... Never mind. She doesn't do that.
That's creepy. All right. I'm going in.
She doesn't
Sit down.
do that because the rat's not there.
Okay. All right. Go back in.
Hope goes back in. Lulu.
I'll do like the lingering door thing for like 5 seconds, and then I'm letting it close.
The Canadian thing.
More people than just Canadians hold doors open.
I know.
I'm still following Selena.
Alright. So Lulu skulks off.
And
Gashkar!
I see that because my passive is 19 right now.
Yes, you see Lulu skulking off. Gashkar,
Okay.
what's your what you doing?
Missing her best friend that she grew up with right now.
Yeah.
Aw.
Still missing your best friend down at the docks, or are you making your way anywhere else?
Yeah, she's actually kind of content to sleep here near the water, actually.
No one's gonna stop you. No one cares. People like get off the boat. You see people
Like,
finish loading.
when she realizes how hot her armor is, actually, she's probably just going to swim for a bit because she has a swim speed and breathes underwater.
Yeah. Yeah. Down at the docks, you see eventually the ships finish off loading. One of them keeps going. The other two stay where they're at. And yeah, you go swimming. The water around here is actually pretty clear and clean. There's actually an interesting amount of what you would recognize as coral that sort of grows around the rocky outcroppings here and sort of extends out into sort of forming this really interesting weave of color. A bit of a distance below the water, but not too far. Low enough that it doesn't scrape any of the ships that go by, but not so low that it doesn't refract light from above. It's this sort of interesting weave of this sort of rock-like substance that you find that has a variety of fish and other things swimming in and through it and around it. There's a crab that goes by.
She probably grabs the crab for something to eat for a minute.
You get a crab. Nope. So yeah. Hope you're back inside. Corbin and Gwenferon. What are you guys doing?
I go sit by them.
So, what made you interested
I
in wizarding?
figured out how magic works, and I shoved the book at Gwyn. It's useful.
Thank you. Yes, the author actually was a teacher of mine during some of my early days, and given
I look
the
at the name.
state of
The name is not one you recognize.
Yeah.
given the state of magical education, we felt that it was necessary to have some magister-affiliated publications in the hands of academia. So I assisted him with a bit of the research during my studious times, but no, he did a remarkably good job putting it in layman's terms.
You are much easier to talk to when you're drunk or like slightly drunk. I don't know, coming off of being drunk.
He looks at his drink that he's drinking out of his tankard of sobriety. Thank you.
Not a compliment.
Well, I'll take it as one nonetheless. Thank you.
All right.
Since I'm sitting there, do I recognize the type of mug he's drinking out of?
Give me an Arcana check with advantage.
$11.
It doesn't. Not really. His mug looks very different to yours. So
No, but I saw Gashkar's.
they also not all mugs of sobriety look the same. His is very different. It's sort of a very different make from the ones that you and Gashkar have. Or sorry, from the one that Gashkar. You don't have one. From the one that Gashkar has.
No, I don't have one.
Yeah, Gashkar's is more like sort of dwarf runes enruned around a thing. This one is actually designed to look more like a normal mug. It has a little bit of elven runing around the sides and around the edges, but not as ornate or as obvious as the dwarven one was.
Okay.
No, Selena's being Selena, and I don't know where. I think I bothered Lulu by refusing to accept a rat.
Why did you do that?
Because I didn't need it. We're fine.
Why did Lulu try and give you a rat if you didn't need one?
Because I said I needed a rat, and then I changed my mind. Because I lost one of the rats.
Did Lulu know you had changed your mind?
Nope.
So Lulu was in good faith operating under, at the time, accurate information?
I don't need this moralizing.
Oh, this isn't moralizing. This is simply trying to understand a situation. If you didn't want something, you are not under any means required
and I told her I
by
didn't need it, and then I let the rat go, and I think she was mad about that.
Well, I mean, I'm not great at empathy, but I can see why she would be. I can also see why you did what you did. Miscommunications happen. Trust me, I've been here for the last 3 days.
I don't know. I think you're doing all right.
Thanks.
I'm learning. I think that's the best you can say for me right now. I'm learning.
Sheesh.
Yep, we're all adjusting.
This is the whole. This group is a disaster.
Yes,
Yep.
we are.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of disaster, I see somebody I need to talk to. So.
Oh.
And he does not follow that line of questioning and gets up and goes to talk to Ananta.
Oh.
So you see Gwenferon go over towards that ASMR you saw earlier.
Oh, okay. Ooh. I want to listen in.
On the way, he kind of signals the bartender too.
Bartender sends why is the word leaving my head for person that
Barmaid.
brings drinks out? There's actually another, not barmaid,
Waiter.
not waiter. There's another term.
Wench?
Barista.
No.
No.
When?
Server. Server.
Mixologist is the one that Portlanders use.
Yes, this is true.
The Cliffkeep mixologist.
This is a
Cliff
really
watch.
fancy end.
They send a guy. He sends a guy over to drop the drinks off.
Yeah, yeah.
He sends a drink guy.
Drink guy.
dude.
Is
The
it-
drink dude.
Is it fairly busy in here?
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
Okay, can I sneak closer to overhear the conversation?
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
All right. Okay.
Roll.
God damn it!
I
So-
saw that.
As Gwenfron, as you're walking over towards Ananta, you hear a clattering clash as Hope
Ow.
trips and falls through a table.
I love how these stealth rolls.
Hang on a second.
Ow, 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 ow.
Somebody's had a little too much, and he continues on.
I will help Hope up and bring her back to the bar and say, maybe
Busser.
We'll leave him alone for a little
Busser.
bit.
That's the word I was looking for. A busser.
Maybe what?
The word I was looking for was a busser. Somebody who comes over
Oh.
and
No, it's
both
not
gives you
gonna
drinks and then also cleans the table off later.
yeah, no, I was like, maybe we should. I don't know what he's doing, but
Ow, ow.
We can-
Just,
we can leave them to themselves.
A couple of people come over to start picking up the table and putting it back together.
Normally, it helps if you're trying to like sneak off. If you take your foot out from intertwined in the stool.
So, Gwenfron, you move over to Ananta, who smiles.
Is she sitting with people or alone?
Interesting. No, interestingly, she's sitting around, like in an area where there are people around, but nobody is like sort of directly sitting next to her.
Or what? Okay.
Just sort of a small table that's sort of like it's sort of like if you imagine like there's like 4 tables or like 5 tables and one's like in the middle. There are people at each of the tables around her, but nobody's at the table she's at.
Okay. So he'll step up, put a hand on the back of the empty chair, which I assume is there. May I?
Actually, I was thinking we might go for a walk.
Very well.
She waits for the drinks to arrive, and she takes hers and sort of just stands up and walks over towards the door. And you sort of find yourself absently staring at her just for whatever reason. And she walks with a very commanding and graceful pace. It's very, it's very, this is a person who, A, is fully aware of exactly how she looks, and B, is also fully aware that she commands a level of respect and authority that isn't evident by anything she's wearing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, after a minute, he'll catch himself staring and then just catch up and follow.
Would you like to try to sneak after them again, Hope?
yes.
Give me a second stealth roll.
This is just more fascinating. Ah, come on. 26.
All right. In the chaos and confusion of repairing the table you fell through, you sort of, your master plan was to use that as a distraction to then continue on
Going to
after.
tell everyone, yes.
Yes. So
Yep.
you managed to follow after quietly.
Right.
It's getting to be nighttime now, so there's not a lot of light out. But just to provide some viewing light, Ananta touches the mug she's carrying, and it begins to glow with this radiant light that radiates out like a torch. So, Gwenfron,
Yes.
what do you do?
I study the arcane. I attempt to find the clearest path that benefits the most people and do what little I can to contribute.
She sort of looks off to one side, and Hope, you have a like a heart attack for a second. Because
Uh-huh.
it looks like she's looking right at you, but not. No, that makes sense. And she turns and continues walking. Turns and looks away and continues walking. No, that would be what you'd end up doing.
You seem to have me at a disadvantage.
I have a lot of people at a disadvantage.
That I can believe.
Tell me, what do you know about the world that we live in?
It's a rather open-ended line of inquiry. How broad of strokes are we speaking in?
I imagine that if you are the person I think you are, you will go instinctively to the correct level of broadness.
We are in the newborn years of a world that has not quite yet determined what it is. We are at a crossroads of sorts where individuals who might find themselves ground in the wheels of the greater machine have the chance to determine what the machine looks like.
Do you remember anything from before?
I remember my two friends.
Do you remember them, or do you just have an instinctual feel for them?
Something in between.
You're not quite there yet. You may never
Vague
get there.
Flashes.
We
Get
remember.
where?
We remember.
Who is we?
We are. She sort of sighs a little bit. We are Ananta. We are also Aola. You wouldn't remember us, but we remember you.
Is there any role I can make?
Sure, give me an insight check.
Okay.
Roll another natural 20. Aww.
Close.
19.
One off.
She seems to be speaking as if she is more than one person.
Yeah.
Aola doesn't ring any bells for
No.
Gwynferon at this point,
Aola,
though?
Aola
Okay.
does not. She seems to be implying that she knew you from your previous life.
Right. Well, I trust there was no ill feeling from the previous cycle.
No. This is the third face you've worn that I've seen. That we've seen.
Well, hopefully I'll be wearing this one for at least a little while longer.
Well, you were wearing the other one for quite a while. How to best explain? Not everything that is destroyed gets lost. Eidos works towards the entropy and end of all things, but some things just don't end. We are two souls. Well, yes. We are two souls that were one previously and are now in a new body, in a new form, in a new life. You are as well, you just aren't aware of the other. I saw a couple other people who are the same as well. There's an awareness that most of us don't have, that we do.
Can I awaken the other one?
Possibly. I'm not certain how we've always been this way.
Interesting.
In the past, you were Eshkil. And then after that, Fakir. And now Gwynferon. The same soul behind 3 different faces. It's interesting.
Gwynfron will sort of bite his lip a little bit. I'll have to investigate that.
And while I never met him, Lavis seems to have joined you. Oh, there is something that Aola wanted me to give you. And she reaches into a bag and pulls out a small golden ring and sort of hands it over.
He'll just look at it.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. I'm going to change that to use one of my portents to change that to a 16, which means a 27.
This is a ring of 3 wishes that has no charges.
Oh,
Well, I trust that whatever needs Aola had, hopefully this helped.
It wasn't for Aola. It was for Eshkel.
Oh. Well,
Their relationship was special.
and he'll just slide it onto a finger. Thank you.
There are many
And then
stories
you
that
explode.
there are many stories that didn't survive Eidos, but there are some that did. We are happy to be one of them. You may find the rest of Aeola's friends as well. They aren't aware of who they were or who they are, but I am.
Perhaps over time we will find and maybe encourage them to awaken, and maybe there will be memories, stories to share.
Maybe. This world is going through a very particular cycle of rebirth, and it seems that several people from the previous cycle are also doing the same. Where are you and your group going?
We are seeking something on the border between the Feywood and Tir Tarnaralan.
You have a long journey ahead of you.
Yes, it is. It will be interesting to see what we find, taking the path that we've chosen.
Well, Eshkil once stood on the precipice of destruction and bought a world, a few thousand more years of life at the expense of himself. Then Fakir attempted to do the same and failed. I'll be interested to see what Gwynferon does, as will Aola.
Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome.
We will be leaving tomorrow, but
Where are you going?
toward Desolation, I believe. Possibly across the land bridge. It'll depend on what my comrade decides as far as her quest is concerned.
Well, if you're heading north, if you meet a proud warrior of Isenfeld named Sigurd, Tell him he would do well to come to Taram.
I'll pass that along.
If you go by boat, watch out for Andraste. She will probably steal everything you have.
I'll bear that in mind as well.
She smiles. Well, this has been a lovely walk.
I hope I'll see you again in years to come.
I'm certain we will. And as she turns her eyes once more, Hope, because you're still watching, her eyes stop at where you're at.
Shit.
And then continue past as she turns and walks away.
Can I tell if she noticed me?
Give me an insight
or is
check.
that okay? 27.
You can't tell. It almost seems like she looks. It seems like she's not looking at the same thing everyone else is looking at.
Mm-hmm.
She's pressing down the Hitman Vision button.
What's Gwyn doing?
Gwyn is standing very still with a 1,000-yard stare. He's just kind of spinning that gold ring on his finger for about 30 seconds. And then he turns and just walks very briskly back towards the tavern.
I'm going to intercept you. Yep.
So, step, yoink!
Sniper!
Yep.
Get down, Mr. President!
Hit the deck! Hope, what?
Wow. That did not go how I expected it would. I didn't know if she was hitting on you or it was very weird.
You're very weird. What?
You're someone who what, like, survived the previous destructions of the world? How did you do that?
How much did you overhear?
Pretty much everything.
Well then, draw your own conclusions.
And here I thought it was going to be, well then, now you must die.
Oh.
Slides knife
If
over.
Gwyn thinks Lulu's upset now, if he kills Hope.
Do you...
Nope.
Hmm?
Nope, not gonna kill Hope.
Okay.
Oh, just be back in 24 hours anyway.
Yeah. Nah. Gun's a wizard. I don't trust him. There's... You don't remember anything about it?
There's remembering, and then there's having weird feelings and resonances, and I do far more of the latter than the former.
Is that how you found us?
No, that's how I found Gashkar and Lulu.
Oh, okay. Got it. And you all were what? Apparently trying to stop, well, at least the last cycle. You tried to stop.
Apparently, whoever I was before fixed it once and fucked it up the second time, so the second person sounds like a right asshole. Or just incompetent.
I agree. So why are you, like, finding people now? Is the world going to end soon? Is that what this means?
No, I think the world is getting started.
And
It
why?
would be terribly inefficient to have the world end before it even gets finished in the first place.
The gods are terribly inefficient. Yeah.
I mean, You function with fairly good efficiency.
I don't know if you talk to Selena. Don't think she'd agree with you.
I'm talking about the fact that I can stab you in the neck right now, and tomorrow you'll be back, kicking, ready to roll.
Angry. Very angry.
I'm, as I would assume.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not many people can do that.
I'm theorizing here. I don't know if you want me to make an Arcana roll, John, but my theory. No, I'm just gonna do it. I have a pipe from a god that unlocked something in someone else before.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
What kind of pipe? Like, put that in your pipe and smoke it kind of pipe?
Yep. Just like that.
Well, I haven't got anything to smoke.
It comes pre-primed, and I pull it out. It's a pipe.
Which god?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Okay. It was the damp one. I'm forgetting his name.
Valkyr.
Valkyr. There we go.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine.
Mhm.
And he'll hold out his hand for it.
Be careful with it. I hand it over.
Takes it very gingerly. Do you have any idea what I should expect?
Nope. You may have a voice in your head. You may get a flood of memories.
Voices and memories I can handle.
Okay.
But it's not like going to, oh, hey, here's a poisonous tail with a stinger on it or some shit.
I don't think so. I mean, the other person I handed this to was really angry at me and then fell asleep.
You handed this to Selena?
No, not Selena. Someone else.
Oh, okay. Well, here goes nothing.
All right. So you take a hit off the pipe.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You feel sort of the edges of your vision tingle a bit. And
That's nothing new.
All of the colors around you suddenly shift into sharp focus. You sort of see the edges. You see the outline of Hope as an individual more clearly than you've ever seen them before. All of the colors that were previously muted are now a bit more vibrant in their appearance. Your wisdom goes up by 2 temporarily.
Okay.
And you feel calm. That's it.
Darn it.
I'll kind of breathe it in, exhale, look at Hope with that expression of someone who's academically analyzing a very interesting specimen that's been placed in a book of like a field guide or an herbology text or something. He'll reach out and just kind of adjust a little bit of her hair so it's behind her ear where it's supposed to be. Not bad. And I'll hand the pipe back to her.
Okay. How you feeling?
Clear. Calm and clear. Like an isolated spring on a autumn afternoon.
Oh my goodness, you just talk in metaphors all the time.
Metaphors are our friends.
That was also a simile.
Similes used like her ass.
Not
Doesn't
always.
care.
The first rule of language is that there are no rules.
Yep.
The second rule of language is don't talk about language.
Would you take this again on a scale of like? Would you recommend this to your friends?
From a scale of fuck yes to fuck no.
Are you asking me to
Flirty
give your
ring.
pipe a Yelp review?
I don't know what that is, but yes.
You don't know what that is either, Gwynfron. You're not sure why you said it.
I'd give it a 12 out of 15.
Okay. Okay. A 15-point scale. That's a weird one. All right.
Oh no,
Okay.
because you've got 3 distinct categories of 5 ranks each, and allows for a little bit of nuance.
Bad, middling, good.
All right.
Oh, it's the middle of
What
middling.
what
No, it's the lower end of good.
what are the scales that you are measuring this on?
Experience, disorientation, flavor, present company.
That's 4.
Something catches your attention, Gwen. You could swear you see a dragon flying in the distance. It might,
over the water?
Out over the
Or the
water.
land?
Out over the water.
Okay.
It might be a bird.
One moment, I need to check something. And He'll take 5 steps towards it.
It gets suddenly really fucking big. Oh, it's a bug. Never mind.
Can he try and grab it out of the air?
Make an acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Yes.
Never tried to catch a fly.
It's a 15.
You think you got it?
Did he get it?
No,
Looks in his hand.
it's not there.
Either my reflexes are deceptively delayed or I'm hallucinating large reptilian insects. Very interesting. I'm revising my evaluation. It is now at a 13 out of 15.
Oh, okay.
Very interesting.
This is oh my good. Okay. I'm gonna
I need to drink out of a
gonna-
different cup.
yeah, I'm gonna walk you to the door just so I want to make sure you get there. So we'll walk
Very good.
back to the tavern.
Let's. Very much, yes, quite.
You take Gwynfron's arm and lead him on. Lulu, what have you been doing?
As soon as you take Gwyn's arm, he tucks it underneath, like he's escorting you in a very formalized setting, and just walks you down the street.
Oh god.
So I actually rolled a 22 on my stealth, and
Yeah.
she's gonna do her best to follow Selena.
Okay. Selena, what are you doing?
I
Still
am
walking?
doing the same thing that I say whenever I go out and walking, which is walking. And then you come back to me several times throughout the session, and I say, I'm still walking and angry. And
That's because I just want to see if there's an update. All right.
no, that's fair. That is
Yeah,
fair.
Lulu will not interfere or interact unless Selena looks like she's in danger or I spot something that's also
At-
following Selena and a danger.
At some point, as you're following past, you hear a voice behind you, Lulu, that says, "Don't be mad at him, Lavis."
So does she recognize that name at all?
Nope. It strikes a weird chord. Like you should recognize it, but you don't recognize it.
So the fluff of hair turns around to see anyone?
You see a golden-haired woman in full plate that's sort of walking towards the tavern. It doesn't look like she was turned towards you. And it doesn't look like she was ever, close to you. Just the voice,
Okay.
a voice rang out.
Thought sort of back at the voice because I can inherently psychic things.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, psionics. Pretty sure Selena uses she, though I think if I asked, she'd just get mad again.
That same voice comes back, but at a slightly different register. I wasn't talking about Selena.
Goes through in her head. I'm not mad at Corbin. Also, my name isn't Lavis.
And about that time, you feel the connection break because they're further away than you can connect to.
I'm just gonna keep watch over Selena.
Um,
Have I continued walking and lost track at this point?
no.
Okay.
Good luck running away from a blood hunter.
No. You haven't noticed Lulu enough to sort of like drastically change your walking
No,
path?
that's
Yeah.
fair, but I don't know if I randomly hit a T
Why
intersection.
don't I roll a survival to see if I manage?
Sure.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, Lulu's able to catch back up with you.
Okay.
So Gwynferon and Hope, you guys make it back to the tavern. Gwynferon, the inside of the tavern is really like lots of edges, lots of corners, lots of colors, lots of lights. And there are 2 Anantas. As you're looking over at where she's she's sort of standing off talking to somebody, you see her standing there in full plate with her braid down her right shoulder. And there is a second copy of her standing just behind her with the braid down her left shoulder that's turned and watching you. You can't. You're muted again.
He'll kind of give that one a half smile, a little bit of a wink.
That one actually smiles very brightly and waves at you. Ananta herself is still having a conversation with someone else.
He'll hold up his left hand, point at the ring with kind of a sort of
She nods.
expression.
Can I tell what that ring is?
Give me an Arcana check with advantage because you read the book.
Yes! I might actually get it. Otherwise, I think I have failed every single Arcana roll. Let's see. 15.
Nope.
Okay. It's a ring.
And right now, Gwynferon's just like waving at nothing and pointing at a ring and nodding his head.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah.
you're pretty
this
certain that stuff is still affecting him.
Wow. I'm gonna back away.
Showing off his bling to the rest of the tavern.
Yep,
Check it
I
out.
I'm
What
gonna
And
is
then,
that plugged for a ring of wishes?
An empty ring of wishes, so it's basically just a ring now, I think.
Yeah, it has no more magical aura. It turns into a
Right,
normal
yeah,
ring
mhm.
after it's...
Yep. But it's fancy, and it's from the previous
That's why.
reality.
That's
so
why
that's
it took a 26
really
to
fucking
identify.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I back away and head off.
As you back away, Gwyn literally just turns around and follows right behind you.
Oh god, no. Okay, I push you back. Just go in. It's fine.
Oh, are you like leaving the tavern, going elsewhere?
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, okay. In
Mhm.
that case, yeah, no. And then he'll kind of pause. Walk safe. Stay to the left side of the road. Don't take the third turn off.
Oh my goodness. I am going to ignore that
Okay.
and do
The exact opposite?
And then he'll go sit down with Corbin and order a drink in a regular mug.
not the exact opposite. But I'm heading off. I want to go I want to go away from town into kind of the grassland area.
Okay.
I'm going to set up camp. I have a tent that I've been lugging around in this stupid bag of holding this entire time.
You've also paid for a room already, but...
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
gonna set...
do you stay on the left-hand or right-hand side of the road?
What was the instructions again?
Stay on the left and
Stay on
don't
the
take the third
left.
turn off.
I'm gonna go on the right.
Okay.
It's fine.
As you are walking about 5 to 10 feet later, a cart drives by.
Mhm.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Oh no.
When the seer tells you things,
20.
pay attention.
So the wheel of the cart on the left-hand wheel, which would be on the right-hand side of the road from your perspective, snaps off and the cart hits the ground. The wheel goes tumbling towards you, and you manage to get out of the way as it hits the wall.
Fine. Okay, I will go on the left-hand side and not take the one turn, and yep.
You look down that third turn?
Yes, because I'm curious.
Make a perception check.
All right. $18.
So sort of like glancing as you go past, there seem to be a group of people just sort of loitering in the alleyway. Make me an insight check.
Yeah.
That's a mugging.
20.
Yeah, it looks like they're waiting for people to meander down the alley.
Okay. I'm annoyed and yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sneak down around them as they're sort of like lurking.
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
All right. 19.
Okay. So you pretty confidently sneak down and around where they are. They looks like they're sort of posted up in doorways and like on the backs of like crates.
How
and
close
things.
are they all spread together?
They're pretty close together. It looks like their intention is to sort of jump out and like mug someone all at the same time. Like basically jump out, just clobber someone, and take their shit.
Yep. Okay.
This is probably what Gwen was warning you about.
Yep. This is good. Okay. So I'm gonna do a couple things. And technically some of these things take like multiple things take an action. I don't know if I can do them kind of simultaneously.
Just let me know what you want to do.
Okay. I want to light my sword on fire, and I'm gonna try and do it dramatically, like dripping like golden, like syrup kind of thing. And then I'm gonna turn on the radiant damage. And then I'm gonna yell at them, "Don't mug people!"
Give me an intimidation roll.
That's a real intimidating battle cry right there.
I'm not.
Give me an
good
intimidation
at
roll.
talking to
Give me an
people.
intimidation roll with advantage because you did get the surprise on them. So.
All right.
Also, there is light
15.
pouring. There is searing light pouring from every
So yeah, you
orifice.
just sort of scream out, "Don't mug people," and as you do, your entire body just erupts in radiant energy, and your sword lights up with this radiant fire. And as you do, they just like shit over bricks, just go just tumbling out and running the fuck away, because they are having none of that and are fleeing the alleyway.
Out of
right.
I like the
curiosity, do Selena or I notice a whole bunch of shady-looking
Bright
people
light.
running away with singes?
We'll say yes. You notice an eruption of light out of an alleyway, and then 4 people just go boom.
Do they look like clear muggers?
Give me a insight roll.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just wearing shirts that say "I mug."
I
No,
mug.
they're
Ask me
wearing
about it.
hoodies,
16.
so that excuses everything.
They don't look like obviously like I'm going to mug people, but they do look like shady ass motherfuckers, like people that were hiding in an alley, waiting for something. No,
Do I
you were about to
recognize
go
those-
down that alley. In fact,
Do I recognize those types of seers?
yes, you definitely recognize that.
Synaptic static.
Okay, roll me
Oh,
roll me
God.
damage.
Oh no.
Are you trying to kill them or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
Abso-fucking.
It's Selena. What kind of question is that?
See, Hope, this is what happens when you don't listen to the seer.
Ah.
Gwen wasn't warning you because they were angry. He was warning you because dominoes.
Okay. Oh, first up. Okay. And 31.
So yeah, Hope, you sort of you as they run away, you sort of disengage, turning all the radiant stuff off
Yep.
before you hurt yourself. And as they sort of run out into the street and just stiffen and fall over.
And I recognize that spell.
Yeah. You see Selena stepping into view.
Selena.
What
was
up,
that?
Butternut?
No. I'm running toward the nearest one, and I'm gonna start casting Cure Wounds on people.
Okay.
I'm gonna use up all the charges.
Okay. You run up and you cast Cure Wounds. Go ahead and roll the healing for it.
All right. First level. 13.
If I am close enough to watch this, do they look like they're going to be able to get back up?
Give me a medicine check, Lulu.
I feel
Do you want me
moderately
to roll for
certain
the other ones
they
too?
are not
Hang on.
getting back up.
Lulu. Yeah, no, they're dead.
These
Hope.
motherfuckers dead.
I'll let
You,
Hope
you
deal
cast
with the
Cure
corpses, then.
Wounds. Nothing
Mhm.
happens.
There's a pink liquid coming from their noses. That is brain matter.
They had 15 hit points.
Selena, I just wanted to scare them off.
That was instant death
You
damage. Yeah.
You successfully scared
No,
them.
not
They
kill
prey,
them.
they prey on helpless people. I chose not to scare them.
I feel
These are
like-
little Kalins.
I was gonna say. I feel like
Not
Selena's.
necessarily. You don't know who they were.
Well, I know who they are now.
I'm gonna attack Selena.
Okay.
Okay.
With what?
All right.
Oh, good. I wanted to use it. I was kind of waiting to hold off and see if this spell was gonna. But okay.
No, I'm attacking Selena. I'm it's hopes, over it. So do.
This party is so great. You guys stopped at a trade post and look at this.
Is Lulu close enough to give me advantage or sneak attack?
No, I would.
You don't know?
Yeah.
I think she's like on a rooftop or
You know,
something.
Lulu,
if I
Lulu is
could
not
choose.
close enough that you don't even know
Got it.
Lulu's there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do.
I mean, you could always reckless attack and give yourself advantage to get sneak attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm feeling that. So that's a
Like-
28.
Prisoner 28 hits Selena.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
28, and then again with the short sword, 27,
That hits too.
and dagger offhand. Wait, no, I had the shield.
Hope just murders
yep.
Selena.
Hi.
Who hasn't had a long rest yet.
One of the
And
members of
then-
this party is just dealing with separation anxiety on the docks. I mean,
Yep. And then bonus action rage.
Did you dagger?
Nope, I can't because I had the shield up
Oh, that's
when I
right.
was looking
That's right.
for stuff.
Yep.
So I'd have
So
to
go ahead and
do
roll your
sneak-
damage and your sneak attack.
Oh, I have the worst idea.
That's 8 piercing, 3. I don't have the.
The rage damage
Yeah,
isn't
no.
up yet because you raged after you
Nope.
attacked.
Yeah, I raged after I attacked. And
So
So
she
that's
attacked first.
14 total.
8 and then your sneak
and
attack.
Sneak 11.
Okay.
Can we take a quick timeout as we cut to the interior of the tavern where Gwyn is sitting there with a hand on Corbin's shoulder saying, "I think your girlfriend is starting to like us now."
You know, it takes a while. You guys just have to.
But you guys she's coming around. I feel like
We-
things are working out.
We've
She's
been through a lot of
she's
shit.
very positive now.
Cut back to Selena.
Cut back.
Yep.
So she go, come. Oh,
What-
bitch, that's how you want to play it. It's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn,
Yep.
Selena.
Time stop.
All right. So Selena,
Is there
roll a
save?
d4. No, there's no save.
Oh, hold on. Roll a d20. Okay.
Wait, roll a d4. Is it d4 plus 1, or is it just a d4?
It's a d4 plus 1.
D4, yeah, roll d4 plus 1. All right, so you have
Of course.
you have 2 rounds. You have 2
I have
additional
2
rounds.
rounds.
Attack any spell that damages you can't do anything that directly damages hope. Because that'll break the time stop.
Correct.
Or that directly affects hope without breaking the time stop.
Can I remove her weapons from her hand?
I'll say yeah. Very easily.
So I take her weapon. Yeah.
Well,
First action.
Actually, the spell ends if one of the actions you use during this period or any effects that you create affects a creature other than you or an object being worn or carried by someone other than you. You can't use it to disarm people, I don't think.
It doesn't affect the object.
I
Yeah, no,
feel
no,
like
no,
that's
no.
more like spells that.
Yeah, I would
light
say.
you up. Okay.
I would say that would be like if you were trying to cast a buff spell, or if you were trying to disintegrate her weapon or something like that.
Like
Makes
heat
much
metal.
more sense then.
Yeah, or heat metal. Just literally grabbing and peeling the fingers away. I think you can do.
Okay.
So
cool.
I grab her weapons. I am throwing them onto a roof for my second turn.
So you throw them, and
Do
they.
they-
And I am
As
pulling
soon-
back my hand.
As soon
in
as they,
preparation.
so as soon as they leave your hand, like a couple seconds after they leave your hand, they stop in midair.
That's right. And I'm pulling back my fist and waiting for the time to turn off.
You can, if you want, you can do investiture of flame, because that only affects you.
I actually, I would have to use my level 8 spell, and I'm not doing that.
Or
because
sorcery points.
I used my level... Sorcerer points only take you up to level 5.
Yep. Mhm.
Believe me, that would make my... If it could go all the way up, that would make my ultimate plan on this her whole scheme much easier.
Right.
So yeah, pull back fist and wait for time to turn off.
So, Hope, you blink, and your weapons are sailing through the air. Your weapon and shield are sailing through the air. Lulu, make an acrobatics check.
Thank you.
God damn
Time stop. It's amazing.
And then a punch comes out.
You manage to evade the clatter of sword and shield as it lands on the roof near you. Selena, make me an attack roll. Are you going to give yourself advantage on this?
Yeah, I'm giving myself advantage
Oh,
on this.
no.
I did. So it's going to be a strength roll then.
Yeah.
Nope.
So you swing and you hit, but it hits. It hits Hope like directly on the chest where her armor is, and it's just like thunk.
Yep.
There's not enough force behind it to do anything. Hope.
Did you remove all of my weapons because I have a belt with daggers on it? Or did you just remove the one in my hand?
To.
Yeah. So yeah, it would have been all the weapons that are that are visible on you.
Damn it. Okay.
So let me rephrase that. It was a rain of daggers and a blade and a sword and a shield that you avoided.
The daggers immediately go back to the belt.
You have a blink back belt?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
If they are, does that? That's a good question. On a blink bow, can you give to somebody else? They throw it and it goes back into your belt.
Yes. Anytime the weapon
Okay.
is thrown, it doesn't have to be thrown by you.
Belt. Yep.
So you're saying if I had just set it on the ground,
You wouldn't have thrown it.
would
So
have
yeah,
been
it wouldn't have-
fine.
yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm going
that's
to.
stupid.
It's okay.
That's the wording
Now
of the
you
belt
know
is
for next time
thrown.
this
So
happens
that's
because
technically
you
how
know
it
this
works.
is going to happen more than once.
Yes, it is.
If I just drop my shield, does that count? Does
Your
would
shield's
that have
gone.
to be an action for the? Okay,
Your
the
shield
gone.
the shield got thrown. Yeah.
Everything's gone. Okay, I'm gonna attack her then. Yeah, just.
That's okay.
Really?
This
So,
is needed to
because I
happen for a
presumably get
while.
a turn
Okay.
somewhere in here,
Yeah. Are you doing anything, Lulu?
because I presumably get a turn somewhere in here, I'm going to use my action to look around and make sure no like city guard or something is coming to check on this, because I have been in situations like this before, and you never want the town watch showing up,
Give me a perception check.
even if the
Lulu
town watch is
casts-
armed with pitchforks.
Lulu casts that one spell that every PC, no matter what class, no matter what race, has. Summon popcorn.
No, you do
Yeah.
not. You do not see any guards approaching. It's pretty late in the
there's
evening.
definitely
They're
a
probably over by
summoned
the
popcorn
tavern.
on the side, but
All right.
Yeah.
Hope.
I have a reaction if one of them goes down. Is the other
Yep.
thing I'm gonna do.
Hope.
Punch, and then can I make is my second unarmed punch a bonus action
No,
for like offhand?
you're not
punch?
a monk.
Yeah. All right. Then I'm just gonna
You-
punch.
2 punches, but they are rage punches. So
They are rage punches. Yeah.
strength plus proficiency.
Then I'm gonna
so.
use my bonus action because I can't use it to punch anyway. Insightful fighting. So insight check.
Okay.
Selena. I'm gonna fail probably, but here we go. 15
Was it versus
against
deception?
deception.
No, roll a deception
Yeah.
check, Selena.
Which other tabs has mine?
She is so mad at you.
Don't-
15.
Ooh.
Tygo's the defender, so you do not get anything.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
Don't trust the newcomers. Beat the shit out of our allies.
Yeah, she killed people again. I'm gonna just punch then. That's just strength, right?
Strength plus proficiency.
Cool. I should probably have.
Which actually should
I
have
will
also
just-
been for Selena. Should have also been a strength plus proficiency, but I don't
Yep.
think
Like
even
an
then, I don't
athletics
think
check.
even then it worked.
I don't have
So this
proficiency
is gonna be-
on it.
This is gonna be
Oh,
plus
yeah.
6.
You're
then.
always proficient with your fists.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna be plus 6 then.
Well, then I would have gotten a 17 to hit.
That would have hit.
No,
Yes.
that would have hit. Roll damage.
And unarmed strike damage is 1.
It's 1,
plus
so
your
you would have
strength.
taken 1 point of you would have taken 1 point of damage.
Uncanny
Right to
dodge
the nose.
should have none.
You can't reduce below 1.
Okay.
You're also
Take
right.
damage, you always take
80
1
hit
damage.
Yeah.
All right. Beginning of yeah, that is halved. Yeah, so it's just one.
It would just
yeah.
be 1 regardless.
Start of my turn, I regain that hit point. Punching. All right. Plus 6.
Are you below half?
Yeah, you only regenerate if you're below
You
half.
only regenerate if you're
that's-
below half.
That's right. That's right. Okay, I'm good. I'm still at 80. Still recklessly attacking.
I think a 20 hits.
20
Oh, yeah.
and
My armor
12.
class is 13.
12
Okay.
misses. You hit with the
So
first.
that's
So it's 1 plus.
Four.
So 4 points of damage, Selena, as you get punched in the
Okay.
face.
Rage damage.
Yep.
Oh wait, no. 4 plus
Bitch.
2. So because you are raging, so 4 plus 2 would be 6.
Okay.
3.
4
3
plus
now.
3. So that'd be 7.
Right.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
Selena, your turn.
2. Come on. I'm fairly sure G minor can hit harder than that.
Meanwhile, G minor to Corbin. I think this trip is going to be great. It'll be not no risk, but lower risk environment. We'll be able to bond together as a group, get to know each other a little better in a, lower tension kind of setting. And we'll be able, work out some of the tension, all the misunderstandings and communication issues.
The last group that I was with bonded a lot over the road. That's why I tried to do it early, but we lost some people early.
I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you when you said that.
Back to Selena.
She's mostly stalling, and talking shit to piss Hope off.
Yeah.
While somatically, with one of her hands, she's casting True Strike.
Okay, you cast True Strike on yourself.
Yep.
It's a cantrip, so I don't get to trigger your thing.
Correct.
All right, that makes it Hope's turn.
Okay.
Although you don't need to cast True Strike because Hope is reckless attacking, which means you have advantage already
Yeah.
to any attacks against her.
So if you want to cast something else.
That's a good point. That is a really good point. No, I'm not casting anything until this gets serious. So,
Or if you just want to punch her instead.
yeah, I'm jabbing at your eye.
Thanks.
An unarmed attack with advantage, so strength plus proficiency.
Okay.
Oh, poor Dashkar.
21.
Dashkar sitting
That
on the
hits.
dock. You take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Jab.
Blink.
Ah,
Death by 1,000
It's
cuts.
just the little Three Stooges like boink.
Yep.
do you not understand, Selena, that they could have chosen next time not to stand in an alley wanting to mug
stand in
people?
an
I'm
alley.
punching you again. I'm gonna bonus action insight check again.
Okay,
Just
give
in
me another
case.
insight.
Maybe it'll
view
work this
deception.
time. 21.
28.
All right. I'm gonna keep reckless attacking.
Lulu, make me a perception check.
Okay. $19.
Okay. Let me take a look here. Okay. Meanwhile, keep punching, Hope.
Keep
All right.
punching.
I didn't see anything.
13 and a 20.
Nah, yeah, you didn't see anything yet.
I think the 20 hits, right?
The 20, the 13 and the 20 both hit.
Okay. So
My armor
that's
class is 13.
2 plus 6 8. Yeah. 8 and then sneak attack.
Go ahead.
13. So
Okay.
21
Kidney shot.
Kidney shot.
for
So Lulu,
Mm-hmm.
a couple feet away from you on the roof, you hear a voice going, "So are you hunting them or what?"
Can I look, see?
Yeah, you look over and you see a platinum-scaled dragonborn that
Sorry,
is
hang on.
sitting
If
there.
I can,
Yep, go ahead.
no, finish the narration. I'll
Okay.
talk in a
You
bit.
see a platinum-scaled dragonborn that's sort of crouching down on the roof, very similarly in a very similar like sort of stalking stance to what you're in, who has just sort of like a great sword over his shoulder. It was just sort of like claws, these sharp pointed claws, sort of digging into the rooftop, just peering his head over the edge, looking down at them.
Does he seem like he's hunting them?
No, he seems more like
Ah.
he's just sort of watching, but you get a sense that both of you are hunters of a fashion.
Yeah. Okay. She'll sort of shrug. They're pups of my pack. They're squabbling.
Yeah. I hate it when the kids start squabbling. He holds a clawed hand out. Dagon.
You fucking caused this.
I did.
Lulu.
Nice to meet you.
Still. Yeah.
I mean, it's amusing, so I'm not gonna stop him.
Sneak attack does say that the attack must use a finesse or ranged weapon.
I am. So you have a sneak attack with your
yeah.
fists.
Okay.
So just
All right.
8 or 7.
Dang it.
Okay.
right.
I don't. So how much did?
So
that was
add
8
add
damage.
add 13 health back to you if you
Yep.
already subtracted. basically.
and 11 from previous.
Yep. Yeah.
This is going to be a long fight.
No, the previous sneak attack was with a finesse weapon. It was with the sword.
Oh, you're
This is
right.
before you
You're right.
disarmed, so
Sword, yes.
you get,
Sorry,
You
I
are
healed you a
correct.
bit after we got into that scrape. 'Cause
Oh no,
otherwise
it's fine.
it'd be over.
right. Selena, it's your turn.
All right. So she grunts a little bit at that. Like, all right, now you're actually trying. That's a little bit better. Now I don't feel so bad about this headbutt.
You still have advantage because it is she reckless attacked. So
17.
That hits.
1 point of
Another
damage.
Point of damage.
Whittling you down. You see, rage, the resistance to damage from raging isn't effective if you're only doing 1 point of damage.
Right?
That's true, though the regaining hit points once you're below half will stop 1 point of damage from ever actually hurting
It's
Hope.
true. It's true.
Yes.
It's also going to take a
gonna go
long
on.
time to get you there.
Yep. Yeah, I'm at 78 right
Rumble in
now.
the
It's
jungle.
58.
You got this, Selena. Rumble in the jungle.
Yeah, that's not how D&D mechanics work.
All right, Hope. Or Lulu, what you doing, if anything else?
Lulu's content to let this play out for a little longer. So she's just still keeping an eye out for potential guards.
All right. Hope.
All right. I'm this is going to take forever. I am going to reach into my bag of holding for something. It's my action.
Okay.
And bonus action, I am disengaging.
Okay. You moving away?
Yeah, I'm just gonna step back.
Yeah.
Can
The
I
dragon.
tell what you grabbed for?
No, it's inside the bag. It hasn't been pulled out yet.
Okay.
From the roof, Dagon looks like one of them's getting tricksy.
Were you here earlier? So those weapons didn't come from nowhere.
Oh yeah, no, I just got here. I heard the squabbling, I guess you'd say.
She did something magic and the weapons flew at me.
Cool. Selena,
Yeah, they're angry, but I kind of like it.
it's
Right.
fun to watch.
Oh, no. You don't get to chicken out, hold person.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
God
Hope.
damn it. I
DC
don't have-
19.
Okay.
Well, your wisdom
come
did go
on.
up recently.
Is
It
your
did.
surge a
I
thing
don't.
that you have to
I
roll
gave
for
the pipe
person?
to Gwyn though, so I don't
No,
have that.
but
Oh,
I
yeah.
do need you to roll a D100, Selena, twice because you get to pick.
Just fire off the surge.
Oh, yeah.
21.
That's okay. The wild surge may take care of this for me.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Wow, those are both low.
You
let
cast.
me see.
So either you.
So hold on. I wanna see these. I want.
Okay. Read them out for the rest of the class.
No. So
What are the options?
technically narratively the way it works is just the surges end up better, but she really doesn't control it necessarily. I do, and I think she wouldn't do this. I think it's funnier for a level 5 magic missile.
Yeah. So the options are a level 5, a 5th level you cast magic missile at 5th level,
Oh,
or
boy.
23 is your skin turns a vibrant shade of blue.
Fair
And
enough.
a remove
Blue
curse
flames.
something.
Yeah, it requires a remove curse to get to turn it back to normal.
So that is at 5th
So
level. That is how many?
That's so 3 at 1st level, 2nd
4.
level, 3rd level, 4th level, 5th level. So that's that
7.
many.
7.
74 plus 7. Unless you're aiming several of them at other things.
They all
No.
aim at whatever the target is. Because
Yeah.
I don't get to redesignate.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
28 force damage.
So,
Okay.
That's not halved. And she's like, oh no, you don't get to do that from.
it's
Now I'm below half.
it's the anime mech missile barrage.
He's like,
Whoops.
whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Dagon leans over to Lulu. Should we let them kill each other?
I've got a plan for that.
Okay.
All right, so I pull out what I was pulling out. It is a small bottle.
What
Does
is
this have a gelatin?
does it have a gelatinous cube
No,
inside?
I only had one. It's gone now. I'm very sad about it. It is not worth spending that on you, though.
No. Ultimate insult.
Yeah, I'm walking away. I'm walking
you
off. where I
Definitely
was
don't get to do that, hold
Walking
person.
away.
All right, give me another wisdom
All
saving
right,
throw.
if Hope's starting to walk away, I'm gonna track so I can keep them both within 30 feet.
Okay.
It is nighttime, so my speed is not slightly lower than theirs.
You don't need to worry about it though, because Hope stops moving. Dagon goes, I think it's over.
I want to see what she does next.
You can't talk, you're
You
paralyzed.
can't talk.
That's what I'm thinking.
So she casually walks around, walks in front. I understand your point. Yeah, it's very conceivable that they may have learned their lesson. And I'm sure this was the first time they've ever done such a thing, and they haven't severely injured or killed many other people before they ran into us. So, yeah, I could have not killed them, but
Can I make an insight check
And-
while I'm held?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your brain still works, just not your body.
yeah.
Yep. 24.
Are you just being deceptive, Selena?
Nope.
So
what
yeah.
what does
okay,
Hope
so
get off of that?
Yeah,
you believe everything that you're saying.
she believes absolutely everything that she's saying. It comes from a place of absolutely, which, if this wasn't clear before to any of the viewers or Hope, she has absolutely no faith or optimism in mankind. That at every opportunity, mankind will do the worst possible thing. That's where that's springing from.
Okay. I don't do
I
anything
didn't
yet
wa-
'cause
I
I'm still held.
Your weapons are up there.
Actually, they're down here. You hear a voice saying,
I turn around.
you don't turn around, you just look past Hope. There is so Lulu, Dagon had gathered up all the stuff and just sort of like nodded to you and climbed down. There is a fairly tall, roughly about 7 feet tall, silver or platinum scaled dragonborn wearing like sort of like a disconnected pauldron that armors down one arm, sort of light clothing over the rest of him, with a great sword on his back. She's sort of holding the shield that has the sword on top of it because the daggers went back to Hope's belt. He waves a hand. Aye.
All right, Iguana Face, you're gonna put my friend's weapons on the ground now.
Sure, I was just bringing them back. He holds out his hands and drops them.
All right. And hold on just a second. I need to make sure I don't remember. So I Misty Step a good 30 feet away from Hope. And then I drop the old person.
I walk away.
Do you get your stuff?
No. I walk away.
Do you not want him anymore? The Dragonborn
Yes,
calls.
she
I'll
does.
get it
I'm taking-
later.
I'll grab him for you.
Leave it outside this. I don't want talk to you, Selena, I'm walking
I will
out.
put them in your room. I'm not leaving your weapon on the street.
I continue to walk out of the city.
The Dragonborn looks down at the bodies. Probably don't want guards coming over here. I can fix it. He
goes and grabs a shield and sword.
he snaps his finger, and a tear in reality just sort of opens up in the alleyway, and he begins dragging the bodies and throwing them through it.
Oh, good. I don't have to clean up after them. That's delightful.
I was kind of hunting these guys down anyways, so.
I don't say that out loud.
that's
that's
fine.
inner monologue.
Oh, wait. You were hunting them down. Have they hurt people in the past?
I don't know. I was just told there were some bandits operating in alleyways, and they wanted me to deal with them. So thanks for doing my job. Throws in the.
It sounds to me. I look at Lou like it sounds to me like they've hurt people in the past.
Hope is too far away to hear you.
That's okay. She's being smug in front of somebody she knows, and that's what matters.
I mean,
Look at you two, you're bonding.
the reward was dead or alive, so I guess I still get money, but you know.
There you go. I'll take a 10% cut.
He just sort of grins. You weren't hunting them, though. And the rip in reality closes.
That's some bullshit.
Well, next time get the contract.
Anyway, and I'm heading back to the...
He just waves. Have a nice night. Looks up at where Lulu is. Not. I don't know if Lulu has revealed herself or not.
She would not if Selena's still around, but she's within 30 feet, so she will say through silent speech to him. I appreciate you picking up after them.
Recognizing the manner of speech, he thinks back. No worries. Have a good night.
Does Selena head back at that point?
Yep.
Okay. Once she's confirmed that Selena is safely in the tavern, she will head to find it, Gashkar.
Okay. Gashkar's not hard to find. Gashkar is down the docks.
I'm sitting on the docks.
You find Gashkar.
Lou will sort of curl up next to Gashkar on the docks, and there's a sort of psychic floodgate of she didn't want my rat, and then the other one wandered off, and I had to make sure she didn't get into trouble, and then the other one that I wasn't watching got into trouble, and then they started fighting. And just sort of the images and flashes to go along with that. So today was pretty successful, I think.
Gashkar just kind of chuckles for a second and just kind of like pats Lulu on the shoulder.
And as various people go to various places throughout the night, Gwynferon, you turn and sort of, you keep, for whatever reason, even in your inebriated state, you keep having your attention just redirected to wherever Ananta is whenever she's in the room. You see this large silver dragonborn walk in and like jovially greet Ananta and give her a big hug. And then go to get a drink and sit down and have conversation with her. And at that, sort of, as you do that, you sort of again glance down at the ring on your finger. Just this odd feeling of regret and sadness just sort of emanating whenever you look at that ring. And you're not certain why, you're trying to comprehend everything that's sort of going through you right now. That's where we're going to end for the week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.